welcome to the Parlay Gang, sports gambling made easy. I'm your host, Ife, here with my brother T.O., here with my other brother Vic, here to bring you our Super Bowl recap episode, the official final episode for the 2023 NFL season. Man, what a year it has been. We made money, we lost money, but we did that shit together, y'all. What a Super Bowl we had. San Francisco 49ers versus the Kansas City Chiefs, man. San Francisco 49ers were 2 point favorites, 1.5 point favorites in some books. Could have got You could have got them at minus 2.5 at some point before the Super Bowl, but yeah, what a game, man. The Chiefs came through. Uh, Patrick Mahomes as an underdog, always a good bet.
Always.
Uh, Always a good bet. Went against the grain on that one. I still stand on my pick, and we'll talk about that as we get into the recap, man. Some crazy ass shit happened in the game, but it shows you how any little thing can change the dynamic and the outcome of a football game. Um, if you played football in high school, pee wee, college, then you already know the coaches done told you on many occasions the difference between winning and losing, literally this much. One play, 1 yard, one drop ball, one missed field goal can literally change the dynamic of the whole football game. So, and you saw that on many occasions during the Super Bowl, and we'll talk about that here. But let's see how the fellas are doing. Vic, man, how was your Super Bowl weekend?
My Super Bowl weekend was amazing. I will say that next year, Parlay Gang, I'm just speaking into existence. We will be in New Orleans hosting our podcast from New Orleans at the Super Bowl area. We will be somewhere around the area, guaranteed, fellas.
And
I
you
like
know
that.
it.
I like that.
Especially because my Chargers will be playing the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl next. we be playing.
Excuse me, say what? Excuse
Hey.
me, say what?
We will be playing the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl next year in New Orleans.
Well, motherfuckers got one new head coach. Motherfuckers already talking crazy. Motherfuckers got one new head coach, and motherfuckers already talking crazy.
I'm at y'all head next year. I've been waiting on this for sure. I've been waiting on this. A competent coach.
Bro, hey, don't get me off track yet because we don't need no asinine comments from you right now about them weak ass Chargers. All right, let's stay focused. First of all, the Super Bowl was amazing. Super Bowl was amazing. Just the whole environment of the being down in Vegas. It was definitely a atmosphere for the high rollers. It definitely was out for the whole weekend, but it was phenomenal. We was at a wonderful watch party at an event at the place. I'm not gonna say the name of the place, but if they do look to sponsors, then their name would be blasted on here. But the place was phenomenal. I'm talking about 360 wall-to-wall environment for the game. You couldn't miss, you didn't miss a play. Like no matter where you looked, the game was on, like all around the whole building. It was phenomenal. It was very, very. It was a very, very nice atmosphere. All you can eat, all you can drink atmosphere was perfect for the Super Bowl. Couldn't beat it. And the game went out, played out as pretty much how I bet it was going to be, with the Kansas City Chiefs coming out on top. And it was a showdown. It was a wonderful event. It was like I say, it was a showdown, perfect game. Rough first half, boring, not boring, but
I think we lost you.
Could tell.
T.O. Okay, there you go.
My bad. You can tell temperatures were flying in the first half. So the first half was a little shaky of the game. Temperatures were flying. Like I said, a lot of emotions was built up. You could see the frustration building up. With Kansas City, and the 49ers had opportunities, but Kansas City Chiefs remained who they are, who they have been, and let Andy Reid, captain this ship to a victory.
49ers was on their ass right off the gate.
With the gate, but
49ers was on their ass.
Was on their head. Then Patrick Mahomes had to turn into Patrick Mahomes, not a game manager, but a game changer is what they've been saying. So I will say that. We'll get into a little bit more of that later. But yeah, my Super Bowl was great. I love the environment of us just being there. And I'm like I said, I'm politicking for part of the gang to be in New Orleans next year. So clear your calendars, fellas.
Let's get it.
For
T.O.,
sure.
how was your Super Bowl weekend?
Man, it was lit, man. I just watched it from the comfort of my own home. But as far as the game goes, man, that was one of the best Super Bowls in a while. That shit was man. That shit was everything we hoped it would be. Shit went to overtime, close game, 22-25, back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Lead changes and shit, missed field goals. You know what I mean? So that shit was dope, man. My parlay almost hit. I had everything right. I had the Chiefs heads up. On my shit. Even though they was +2, I had them heads up, and I had the over. Missed the over by half a point. I had the over 47.5. The shit went to 47. If that would have went over, matter of fact, god damn it, if didn't miss that fucking field goal, I would have hit my fucking bet.
Yep.
Moody from this fucking. If he would have missed that field goal, I would have hit my fucking bet.
And I pushed mine, so he's in the same boat. Pushed at 47 straight. Cause I got it at 47, and it was the same goddamn thing, man.
Yeah, I should have bought it down. I won everything. I should have bought it down, but I was confident she was gonna go over 47.
It was a work.
Too explosive offense. I thought it was gonna go over 47, but I was wrong. So that fucked my parlay up. But other than that, it was a great game. I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed that shit from front to back. I'm even glad it went to overtime. Shit, give me a little more football to watch. Shit, that shit was dope.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Definitely a good game, man. What's funny was I had the 49ers. I bet 500 on the 49ers heads up, and then the over, 46, and that was 500 to win 1,200, and that obviously didn't hit. But I had $200 on my on left in my bet because I had cashed out on the rest of my bread. So to hedge that joint, I bet 200 on the Chiefs to hit in the under 47.5 points, which basically got me my $500 back that I bet on the San Francisco game. So I forgot. I forgot that it was 47.5. I thought I had picked under 46, and I checked my account a couple of days later. I'm like, damn, I got $500 in this motherfucker. Forgot all about it, that I hedged it. So I didn't make no money, but I ain't lose no money this weekend either, because that hedge that I did, it worked out for me and got me my bread back. But all in all, great weekend of football, man. It was a great football game. A lot of storylines, a lot of interesting events and strategies that was done by both the offense and the defense, man. So we're gonna get right to it. Vic, what was your first or big takeaway from the San Francisco 49ers Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl game?
My biggest takeaway is that the San Francisco 49ers had plethora of opportunities to take control of the game and understand that you feel more comfortable being up. Was it 17-3 or 17 to 17 to 17?
13-3.
It was 13 today, but they could have been up more. They could have been up 17. 13. No, you're right. 13-3, and then leading into the second half, they had another chance to get up, and they couldn't get up past that. The 10 points to Patrick Mahomes is nothing. First of all, that's my takeaway. 10 points to Patrick Mahomes is nothing, and also Kyle Shanahan did Kyle Shanahan fucking things, which I'm fine with it because I don't believe in the Super Bowl games until he proved me wrong. He motherfucking threw the ball 8 out of 9 times coming out the second half, not giving the ball to who? Christian McCaffrey, who need to get the goddamn ball anyway. So immediately in the second half, I said, oh, they shooting themselves in the foot. Interception, 3 and out. Interception, then they go 3 and out, 3 and out. They got the interception, then they went 3 and out. No, there was nothing. There was no type of there was no type of structure to that second half. Like, what was the purpose of throwing the ball 8 out of 9 times and then want to get Christian McCaffrey in a rhythm late instead of getting him in the rhythm earlier in the game? There was no motion. They actually did some things that the damn stupid Eagles do. Debo didn't go on no sweeps, no motions, no nothing like that.
Yeah, but in regards to Christian McCaffrey though, shit, they tried to give him the ball. They gave him the ball 22 times. They were stuffing his ass.
No, but I'm saying coming out in the second half, you don't throw the ball 8 out of 9 times. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, don't throw the ball 8 out of 9 times. And whether you give it to Christian McCaffrey or you're doing some type of sweeps, there was no run plays.
They should have got Debo. They should have got Debo more involved. That's what I would have done. I would have got Debo more involved. That nigga only had 3 catches. Shit, he only had 3
Yeah.
carries.
He had the targets though. He had the targets. They should have got Kittle involved. That's another thing. They didn't get Kittle involved. Like,
Yeah.
where does George Kittle not come a play in your offense in the biggest game of your life?
I agree.
Like, why isn't Kittle involved?
They didn't start running more plays for Kittle. Like, they don't run enough plays for Kittle. I'm sorry.
Like,
Kittle fast as hell. He explosive as hell.
he's strong as fuck. He's strong as fuck. He can catch, bro. Like, where's your play? So that's where, for me, that's where my biggest takeaway of the game is, like, Kyle Shanahan did not scheme up. He got out coached by Andy Reid. Just showed why Andy Reid's the master at this right now, and why he's the best coach in NFL right now. He didn't scheme up develop enough good plays to help really win the game. They had 1 touchdown off of a trick play that came from a receiver from was a trick play, receiver pass, throwback play. Brock Purdy played pretty good. He played good. I have no complaints with him and what he did. It was more so just the offensive scheme and how they did not drop enough plays to win the game. And then going into overtime, it is what it is, with understanding that you go on defense first and understand your team needs to understand the rules of the game.
Yeah, that motherfucker Chiefs, that motherfucker Chiefs defense, boy, they tightened up, boy. They got some respectable corners. Boy, Ladarius Sneed, that motherfucker,
legit, bro.
He one of the top corners, man. He one of the top corners in the league. That motherfucker nice. I ain't gonna start.
Trent McDuffie, that guy. Trent McDuffie, he the guy.
McDuffie, but hey, here's the other McDuffie. Bro, they got McDuffie from one of the picks from Tyreek Hill. So it all worked out. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the picks they got from the Tyreek Hill trade. So hey, man, I just feel like them corners, that defense locked down. The defense is legit. Don't get me wrong, but they still, like, the Kansas 49ers, they were leaning on their run in the fourth quarter, but they didn't come out strong in the third quarter to actually push forward and gain ground on their lead, because Patrick Mahomes, and I thought for sure it was about to get real sticky when he come out and throw a pick the start of the third quarter. It's like, y'all don't capitalize on this. You throw the ball, and then y'all punting.
Yeah.
Y'all was on the 40 Kansas City 46-yard line.
Penalties hurt them. You got to get at least 3.
Oh yeah,
You got to get at least 3 out of that, man. You got to.
But shit, it could have been a whole different outcome if Pacheco didn't fumble in the red zone.
That's my takeaways from the game.
Driving on that one.
I pretty much put.
You can say that.
He fumbled like on the
you can say the same thing. McCaffrey fumbled in the red zone too. Out the gate.
Oh yeah, no, the players. Only on the players too, because the players got to make plays, But McCaffrey can't be fumbling. At the same time, luck happens. It hit off not muff punt, but it hit off your blocker's foot on a punt. Those type of things. But also, you got to take. You can't do that because Pacheco fumbled in the red zone. He bobbled a pitch. He Patrick Mahomes threw a interception. They had another fumble, so they had 3 turnovers in the game. So it pretty much broke even within that sense. So you got to capitalize off them turnovers. The thing is, Kansas City capitalized when the 49ers didn't.
Yeah. Shit, I could have sworn like first episode I said when I had the Niners going to the Super Bowl. And I think I said the Chiefs, didn't I? So my predictions be so my predictions be aging quite well on this podcast, I must say. Everything I say be coming to fruition.
Like, your Vikings.
Definitely,
man. We was there. We was there, but we dealt with injuries. Come on,
every team dealt with injuries.
Our starting quarterback and our starting receiver.
Oh, we're at home. They ain't saying we was there. Don't say we was there because y'all wasn't nowhere.
Starting quarterback, starting receiver. What y'all want us to do? And we still didn't make the playoffs. Let's
not get distracted. T.O.
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation.
Give me your main takeaway from the Super Bowl.
My first takeaway is Patrick Mahomes definitely is right now. It's looking like he's finna be the best quarterback of all time. He already got 3 early. The man only 28 years old. He already got 3. He got about 10 years left. He probably get about 4 more. Let's just be honest with you. But the man threw one of the best passes I've ever seen. Goddamn, in the Super Bowl. He threw a motherfucker 50-yard bomb to Miko Hardman. That bitch floated in the air between 2 defenders, and that bitch just came down like this. Bloop. right a motherfucker hard in the hand between two people. I say, wow, that shit was a beautiful ball to kick the game off. And they needed that shit at that time because the Niners was on their ass real tough. They couldn't move shit. So that 50-yard pass by Patrick Mahomes was so beautiful. I'm like, wow. It's just the way that bitch froze. It like it froze in the air and it just fell out the sky right in motherfucker Miko Hardman hands. That shit was nasty. But yeah. And then other than that, man, it was just shit. One of the best Super Bowls in a while, man. I really enjoyed that shit. I ain't really got too much takeaways. I mean, everybody seen the game. I mean, it was back and forth, tight game, as you would want in a Super Bowl. And shit, 22-25. I mean, shit. What more can you ask for? It was a great game. Shit.
Yeah, man. Definitely a good game, man. My takeaway out the gate, I have several. My initial takeaway is, man, I picked the San Francisco 49ers to beat the Chiefs heads up. I think it was a great bet. I think I was right on the money with that bet. There are a couple of things that just didn't turn my way. The very first thing this is when I knew I lost my bet and it was going to be a stretch. When Greenlaw got hurt, getting all hyped, trying to come into the game and was questionable to return, at that moment, I knew it was a wrap because Greenlaw, Fred Warner is the brains of the operation on that defense. He's the guy. Greenlaw is the enforcer. All right. He had Kelsey shook. Kelsey was doing absolutely nothing until Greenlaw got hurt.
Yeah.
The second Greenlaw got hurt, you even hear it. They got video clips going out right now of Patrick Mahomes telling Matt Nagy, hey, 57 is out. 57 is out. He's gone. He's gone. He's hurt. Let's go. 57 is out. I did the research. I looked at the stats. When Greenlaw got hurt, Patrick Mahomes targeted the backup linebacker on 9 occasions. He went 9 for 9 on that backup linebacker who only played 2 games this season. He went 9 for 9 with a 130 passer rate targeting that linebacker. And that's when Kelsey started to go crazy. If Greenlaw doesn't get hurt, this is a completely different game. That's my first takeaway. Second takeaway, Mike Shanahan was playing too tight. He was overthinking it and got outcoached. Simple. You should have ran that ball in that second half the way you was running that ball in that first half. The Chiefs could not stop it, but you was doing too much. You missed key opportunities, key third downs to change the dynamic of that game. Another takeaway. Spagnuolo on defense, the Chiefs defensive coordinator, who have won 4 Super Bowls already. Phenomenal strategic coach, making changes in game. He made some phenomenal calls during that game in key moments. Corner blitzes on third down in key moments, got pressure on Purdy, made him throw the ball in uncomfortable situations. On key third downs, he timed the blitz perfectly. If he doesn't time that blitz perfectly on that third down in the overtime, when Chris Jones get in there, Brandon Ayuk was open on a slant route. He made Ladarius Sneed fall wide open in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. He also had Jawan Jennings on the shuttle in and out route, wide the fuck open. But Brock Purdy could not get the ball to him because he timed out the bitch perfect. And you got a big ass 6'6", 6'7" Chris Jones coming down the middle. There's nothing you can do. You know what I'm saying? Now, as Brock Purdy gets older, as he gets more tenure in the league, what he's gonna learn to do is you got a hard count. You got a hard count on those plays. The blitz is coming, they excited, they reading, they keying in on your reads. You're not doing any hard counts. You get that offsides automatic for little things like that he's gonna learn when he gets older and gets better in the league. But hey, second year, phenomenal game. I thought Patrick Mahomes played phenomenal in this game, but I don't necessarily think he was the super key to, like, he just did everything he needed to do to win this game. Like, to me,
he wasn't
I
to
do.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't until
he willed him to the victory. He is what he is. As soon as San Francisco, it's like Tom Brady. As soon as San Francisco kicked that field goal, and I saw the Chiefs was getting the ball, I said, "Oh, Mahomes gonna score a touchdown." It's the same thing you think of with Tom Brady. With Tom Brady get a minute and a half, 2 minutes
Yeah.
left, or Aaron Rodgers, 8 out of 10 times it's a touchdown. They're gonna win the game.
Yeah.
And that play
It was a
call
minute.
on the goal line to win the game was brilliant.
No,
That
no,
was a
stop.
brilliant.
No,
That's the same.
wait, stop. Let me talk.
No, 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 no,
It's the
no, no.
same.
Because you're about to go on your Eagles. I want to hear that shit. It's the same play they did against the Eagles.
Listen. Let
It's
me
the same play. It's the same play
listen,
Andy
bro.
Reid did twice against the Eagles last year. It's the shit around. They get
Bro,
all right.
the
Get all right.
same goddamn
He got
play, bro.
PTSD because that play cooked his Eagles twice last year. Reid
Hey,
saved that
Brilliant play.
play.
hey,
He
listen. Let me
saved that
play.
play for me.
Live action moment. Me and Jeff Franklin are right next to each other. We look at each other like, that's the same goddamn
Exact same play.
Hey, same damn play. Same play, same results, bro. Why the hell open? They ain't ran that play. They ain't ran that play since Super Bowl last year, bro.
That play is brilliant. That's a brilliant play.
I'm not knocking, but nah, you're right. Patrick Mahomes, he wasn't Patrick Mahomes until he had to be, which is at the end of the game when he started, because they had no QB design runs. He wasn't that wasn't in the game plan until those moments, those specific type moments. Bosa was getting up the field, everything was getting washed down too fast, and he was chasing the running back down, running back on the backside. Oops, excuse me. Come on out the other side, get these 15 yards and a 15-yard pickup in the first down.
I don't agree with y'all when y'all say Patrick Mahomes ain't really do what like he
No,
knew.
me, it was the Chiefs defense.
The man was 34 for 46, 333 passing, 2 touchdowns, rushed for 66 yards. The man left the team in rushing.
No. Listen, I'm not saying he didn't do nothing. I'm just saying
it was key moments in that game. They had him. Yeah. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the San Francisco 49ers game plan on defense was perfect. They had it all figured out. They had them cooked. When Greenlaw got hurt, Mahomes did what a great quarterback does. You find a mismatch. You got this inexperienced ass linebacker coming in the game. Fred Warner was not supposed to be sticking Kelsey. He was supposed to be the spy in the middle of the field on Mahomes. But when Greenlaw got hurt, they had to put Warner on Kelsey. When Greenlaw was in, man, he had Kelsey cooked. He had him. Mahomes had to figure it out. As soon as he got hurt, Mahomes said, "All right, here you go. Let's go. 9 for 9." He took advantage of the mismatch, and that's what changed the whole dynamic of the game. But before that, we're having a different conversation.
Before the game, before the game, I was asked. I was at Mandalay Bay. I was at the casino. I was over there placing my bets or whatever. But I was actually like, who's going to be the person that is going to who's the unsung hero going to be? And I said specifically, Greenlaw is the key to this thing. Like, I understand what Warner does, but Greenlaw is the key to this defensive thing. And as soon as I seen that he went down, the complexity of the game completely changed.
It gave
definitely completely changed. And I understand this. Till and this is what I asked you to ask. I just ask yourself this. Let's take out the end of the game, like not take it out, but understand this. Like, prior to the last 3 drives, you could really sit back like, okay, Patrick Mahomes gonna be the MVP if they win, but what has he really done? Like, you really couldn't, for both teams, you really couldn't tell who was gonna be the MVP of the game throughout that whole game, because the first half of the game wasn't really exciting. Patrick Mahomes came out the third quarter, threw an interception. There wasn't really too much going on. He had that one great deep pass that me and you both like. Yes, it was a great pass, but you really got to think like, okay, what splash plays until the last 3 drives in overtime happened in the game to be like, okay, he's the outright MVP. Because for a minute, I ain't gonna lie, I'm sitting there like, man, Chris Jones
I can really make a
game, bro.
No, but I can make a strong case for Trent McDuffie. Third down, D-ball, knockdown, D-ball. Third down, blitz, make Brock Purdy throw that. He hit the ball down on Brock Purdy. This was one of the most impressive plays that I saw from this nigga. He was in He was supposed to. It was zone. They did a play action RPO where he came down to play the RPO run, and he realized it was a pass dump off. It was a play action pass to Kittle. He planted his foot and ran fast as hell and caught up to Kittle before he could even get the first down. As soon as Kittle caught the ball, that nigga tackled. Like little shit like that that Trent McDuffie was doing when he ran the route for Debo on that 10 to 12 yard dig route and knocked that shit down. Like that nigga was making
Oh,
key plays on third downs to force the punt. I can make a strong case for Trent McDuffie as the MVP. But of course, it's a quarterback friendly
yeah.
league. And don't get me wrong, Mahomes is Mahomes. But until that last drive and he got that second touchdown pass, if he didn't throw that second touchdown pass, that MVP could have went a different way. So
He could win anything.
either way, man, it was a great Super Bowl, man. We running up on 30 minutes. Let's do any last little let's wrap it up. Y'all got any key little takeaways or any additions y'all want to talk about to the Super Bowl before we close things up?
I think that's it.
Yeah,
Everything's
man.
been said.
Great Super Bowl, man.
Everything
It was a
said.
good game. It was a great season. It was an interesting season, man. We won money. We have room for improvement. Left a lot of money on the table. A lot of close parlays. One leg off parlays. We gotta
Definitely.
research, strategize, come back
Definitely.
bigger and better next year, man. This year coming up, man, we're gonna give y'all some sleeper picks for the draft picks. Teams we want, for our personal teams, who we hoping we draft, who we think the best players are in the draft, who we think the sleeper picks are in the draft, who's gonna be the next CJ Stroud, defensive MVP, defensive rookie of the year, things like that, man. Who's gonna be the next Puka Nakua? Shit like that, man. See if we can find some of these gems in the draft. Give y'all our future bets. We're gonna do all those kind of things, man. We got a long way to go, but we're gonna make sure next year is bigger and better than ever. So we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. It ain't over for the Parlay gang. We still gonna be dropping content every week. We're gonna be dropping episodes for y'all that make sense every week, every other week, depending on what we got for y'all. But we're not gonna waste our time. We're gonna make sure we give y'all good information, man, and key strategies as we get prepared for the basketball, baseball, and NFL next season, man. So once again, we appreciate y'all. That wraps it up for us for our first year of the Parlay Gang NFL. That's our bread and butter. That's where we make our money, and that's where we're gonna keep making our money. So we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all know what to do. Follow us at the Parlay Gang, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X. Follow us on all those handles, man, at the Parlay Gang. Sports gambling made easy. We are not financial advisors. Please gamble at your own risk. Vic, what you got for?
Hey, appreciate y'all. Love y'all, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us this year. We got more to come. Trust me, we only gonna get better. That's what we do. We continue to grind. We continue to research. We continue to get better. That's all we do in this thing.
Sir,
All right.
T.O., what you got?
Rock with us.
Yeah, man. Same old, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in all year long to the Parlay Gang. Man, it's been much appreciated, man. We appreciate all the love and support we've been getting on the podcast. But like he said, stay tuned. We got basketball content, MLB content coming as well, as far as the NFL draft and picks like that as well. So, man, let's stay tuned because it's definitely not over.
Yes,
We
sir.
only getting
Parlay
started for
Gang. We
sure.
appreciate y'all. Let's get it. We'll see y'all next time.
Yes, sir.